Hello, this is Simerjeet Singh back again with my audio recordings. Let me know what you think of this new medium that we are using to reach out to you. It is much quicker than video and it is available on all podcast platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, as well as in India, the popular streaming apps like Gaana and JioSaavn. Today's recording is about studying the most important libraries that we have access to. And they are human beings around us. I believe there is so much profound wisdom in just observing how people are creating their own realities. And I hope this video serves as a reminder to you all to also understand that every individual is shaping their own reality by virtue of their beliefs, by virtue of their thoughts, their feelings, and their actions, right? And there is so much to learn. I've always believed that self-reflection, my friends, is the greatest tool for creating awareness. And awareness is the foundation of any change. Any behavioral change must come through awareness. Until I keep projecting some behavioral pattern as, oh, this has always been a part of me, or it's okay, or, I was born this way, or everybody in my family does this, etc., etc. Unless I don't become aware of the damage or the benefit any certain behavioral pattern is doing to me, chances are I won't even think about changing it because it's working fine, right? Why would I bother changing something that is working fine at the moment? So it's self-awareness that helps you to analyze whether a certain behavioral pattern is helping you or it's creating more trouble for you. And that self-awareness is cultivated through self-reflection, spending time with yourself, observing and learning from your own mistakes, and also the very tool that I'm going to talk about today, observing the behavior of other people, not with an intent to criticize them, not with an intent to set them right. I'm going to set this person right. Not with an intent to study them or be a critic, but with an intention to learn from them, with an intention to observe, because there's so many examples. You just don't have to stick with your own example. There are so many examples around you to just study and figure out what these people are predominantly thinking, what are they talking about, what their dominant emotions are, and most importantly, what sort of a life are people around you manifesting. And you will see a strong correlation there. And I want you to study that correlation. And I want you to study that correlation and bring the lessons into your own life. Bring the course correction into your own life, not for other people. This is not for others. Please let me be very clear about this. This is for self-improvement. It's a very powerful tool, okay? So in Buddhist philosophy, in the Zen philosophy, they say when the student is ready, the teacher will emerge. It's conditional. When the student is ready, the teacher will emerge, which means when we become ready and receptive. In other words, as I already said, when we become aware, right? When we are open to learning, we find students all around us. And there are no better students than human beings around us, right? Because we can see, as passive observers, we can see what they're thinking. What are they excited about? What sort of conversations are they passionate about? Do they love spending time complaining? Is that something that gets them really excited, complaining about how bad things are? Or do they really figure out what's working well with the world? Are they pessimists or are they optimists? And then what sort of a life are they creating, right? So this beautiful sort of, when you're ready to learn from people around you, you will find that there are so many teachers around you who are teaching you what to do and what not to do, right? So if person A is creating the results that you would like to have in your life, great, go study that individual. Find out, what are the thought patterns? What are the behavioral patterns? And if person B is sort of manifesting the life that you don't want to manifest, I think that's great learning there too. What could be in the behavioral patterns, in the belief systems, in the stories that these people are telling, that you should stop doing if you don't want that manifestation to happen in your own life, okay? So this is, and I've seen from my personal experience also, the stories that people tell about their past or even for their future at times. Sometimes they're really sure this is how my life is going to shape out, and they keep talking about it. So if you become an acute observer, I want you to pick up on these subtle hints. And as a student, of course, right? I had a family friend who had his entire family had moved to Canada. He was all by himself in India, and he did not like this arrangement. The ones, his family, everybody except him had left for Canada, and they'd sort of abandoned him. They wouldn't call. They left him all by himself, and he was really frustrated with the way things were. And out of this despair and frustration, but with conviction and anger, he would often say, you know what? Someday I'm just going to die in a road accident. This is what's going to happen in my life. Someday I'm just going to die in a road accident, and there wouldn't be anybody to even come to my assistance. And he would say this every time out of despair when I would meet him. And sorry to share with you all, this is exactly how this gentleman passed away. He died in a road accident, and the passers-by say there wasn't anyone even to come to his assistance for the first half an hour because no one was around. So he had sort of manifested this very painful reality. He had a role to play in this. On the brighter side, I have another gentleman who would often talk about having another branch of his business in the city that I live in, and say, okay, this is the sort of location I would like to have that branch. I would love to see my business flourish. I would like to have another branch in this city and this sort of location. Every time we would drive by, he would get excited about that, and he would share this vision. And guess what? This gentleman has a flourishing business exactly in this location. So that's a profound lesson for me, as an observer, as a student of life, as a student of human behavior, as a reminder that we are all creating our own reality. Look at it this way. In the theory of parallel universe that, a lot of scientists often speculate about, and there are parallel universes. I believe that is true as far as human behavior and manifestations are concerned. Two individuals living in this exactly same circumstances might just be living in parallel universes because they're thinking differently, because they have a different vision, because their predominant thoughts are different, because their beliefs are different, and thereby their actions are different, thereby their anticipation of the future is different, and hence the reality that they will create is also vastly different. The theory of the parallel universe, I guess it's true as far as the law of attraction is concerned, because even under the same circumstances, you will perhaps see that people who complain more get caught up in a vicious cycle. They attract more things to complain about in their lives. People who are often talking about sickness and the danger of contracting a sickness often are the ones who have sickness. People who are often talking about abundance and how many opportunities are out there, even in this difficult time of COVID-19 right now, are the ones who are continuously attracting abundance. People who are constantly complaining about how expensive everything is are constantly drawing more lack into their life, are constantly witnessing that there's a shortage of money in their life, right? So I will end with just these few reminders. Observe people, observe the realities that they are creating, the stories about their past that they're telling, the stories about their future they're telling, talking about, the conversations that they are passionate about. Are they passionate about complaints and things that are going wrong in the world right now? Or are they passionate about possibility, hope, and joy and enthusiasm and everything that is working well with the world right now? Are they talking about taking action on things that need improvement? Or are they just happy and complaining about things? Because all of this will give you an idea to make a correlation with the realities that they are manifesting. Use this as a mirror, my friends, because you will see that you will find a reflection of yourself in the life of every individual around you. Some part of you will be reflected in their behavior. So I'm not asking you to take a holier than thou attitude and put yourself on a pedestal and then analyze everybody else. That's not the intent of this audio recording. The intent is to understand that you will see reflections of your own behavior in other people. And maybe if you're not a very good observer of yourself, maybe by observing other people, you can have that aha moment where you can say, I do that. I talk like this. I get drawn to these sort of conversations, and therefore I do suffer from these kind of problems. And maybe that serves as a powerful reminder to you to learn from this, to make the course corrections that you want to make in your life, to reflect and to sort of reorient your thinking, your beliefs, your actions and your feelings, because you, my friends, are a powerful creator And remember, every individual is playing a very important role in creating and shaping their own reality. You're not a victim, my friends. You are not a victim. You are not passive observers in this the shaping of your life experience. You have a very active role to play. And since you are going to take part in this creation anyway, make sure that what you do adds on to the beauty of your life. And then you become a shining example of the possibilities of what one can create even during very difficult circumstances. I hope you all are taking good care of yourselves in the COVID-19 pandemic, that you're observing all sort of precautions that you need to take. We will all emerge stronger out of this. And as I was speaking to my friend Vishal this morning, we were talking about how during adversity, the mask comes off. If you imagine a human being as an onion, and adversity is one of those chefs, if you will, who will come and peel that layers of the onion and expose what's inside. So adversity, my friends, tough situations like right now, have taken off the masks of many people, and also brought out the very best in humanity, and sometimes even the worst in humanity. So time to dig deep, time to observe and learn. Take this period, if you will, as a hibernation period out of which you're going to come, you are going to emerge stronger, smarter, more well-equipped to take on the challenges and to enjoy the journey that lies ahead of us. Everybody, you guys take care. This was Simerjeet Singh. Catch me with these podcasts on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, on Apple, and on YouTube. Take care. Bye-bye.